Good evening, all. Thanks to Dr. Sanjay sir for another interesting session. Now we all are experiencing this situation, how to engage our students online. Sometime back, we introduced a tool called Kahoot. You all are using it effectively. That is what we could get the feedback and we see in the Kahoot club. So following that, there is another tool which will be useful for all of us to engage our students in a better way is this Socrative. So what we will do today, we'll experience what is this Socrative, and we will learn how this could be used effectively to engage our learners online. So what I would suggest, all of you, take your phones or laptop, go to this Socrative.com. So once you go there, you will see this screen. Either you log in as student or log in as a teacher. So for this session, first we will experience how this Socrative works as a participant. So you go to login as student. I hope you are all able to follow the instructions.
Yes.
So once you are there, it will ask you to enter your room name. Are you getting it?
Would anybody like to unmute themselves?
It will ask you once you try to press that as a login as student. It will ask you a PIN number. Are you all there?
Yes.
Yeah, the PIN number is there in the chat box. See the chat box. We type the PIN number there, enter that PIN number. 93 VHRTN. That's the PIN number.
It is 93. Can you speak? I'll just type in the chat. 93.
Yeah, 93 VHRTN. I post in the WhatsApp group also. It is there in the chat box. Yeah, we could see 5 of you are there. Yeah, 6. 10.
93.
Yeah, 93 VHRTN. It is there in the WhatsApp. 93 VHRTN. You can see the room number in the WhatsApp group as well as it is there on the chat box. 93 VHRTN.
We can't see your screen. If you could share screen or something.
Yes, sir. I'm just waiting for them to log in.
Okay.
We could see 28 of them are there.
Okay.
Yeah, can you see the screen now? I'm sharing the screen now. Okay. Are you able to see the screen, sir?
Yes.
Yeah. So that is how you see the question on your screen. The same way you will see the question. So you are answering now. I could see out of 36 entered, 9 of you answered. So I can wait till you answer. You know, this is how we will be able to see how many of our participants are answering. I will show you later. This could be self-phased or teacher-phased also. There are possibilities of that. Now for the learning purpose, I made it as teacher-phased. So once we see the number of answers, we can go to the next question. Yeah, out of 156, we see 43 of your logged in, and we see 29 of your answered. We'll wait for a minute and then we'll go to the next question. Don't worry about the right or wrong answer, just we are experiencing the tool. Yeah, but we see only 45 yeah, shall we proceed to the next question? Sanjay sir, shall we go to the next question?
Yes, please continue.
Yeah. So that's the first question. Well, we'll come back how we will be able to analyze as a facilitator later. So that's the second question. Yeah. So now you see there are 48 participants logged in, and how many of them are answering? You'll be able to see that. So now I'm sitting remotely and I could see how many of you are answering. So out of 49, how many of you are answering? Can you see the screen? Can you all follow the screen? This is how you will experience Socrative. It's another beautiful tool. Here you will be able to use the case scenarios, or if you want to post an X-ray, or if you want to give any investigations, just you will be able to do that, and your learners will be able to access this remotely. You will be able to facilitate it. Yeah, now we have 54 students out of yeah, we could see that. Okay. Yeah, you'll answer to your phone. You see which answer is correct. You'll be seeing that. We could see the people are answering there. When you log into the room, you'll be able to see the question and the options. You select which option you feel correct. Okay. Shall we proceed to the next? So this thing is about you need to identify the domain. That is what? Which domain this belongs to? Yeah. Answer the correct in the Socrative app, or if you are using the laptop, you can select the right answer. But if you are going into the right, directly to the web, you will be able to write whichever answer you feel correct. Please click on that. So I'm going to the next question. Remember, you are joined in as a participant or a learner, or in the other way as a student. So this is how you will be able to control your students answering. how they answer, you will be able to control from remotely. You can have the quiz. You can post the scenarios. There are other options also in this. Just we thought first you should feel how this works for the learners, and then it will be easy for us to use this app. So here you need to select whichever applicable. Okay, so we could see 37 out of 69 joined. Now people are joining in more. So we could see many people answering. Yeah, 48 out of 70. It's going good. And now the number is increasing. So I'll go to the next question. Actually, you can wait till all the students answer, or you can allow them to do it on their own. That is also possible. I'll demonstrate that later when we go to that option. Okay, so I'll go to the next question. Yeah, we have 8 questions in this. So now we have 71 people joined in. Now usually you can wait till all your students, if you know the number, you can wait till, or you can allow them to answer on their own pace. That is also possible. So now for the demonstration purpose, we selected teacher's space. The teacher controls the quiz. Okay. Fine. You can time the question. You can give the explanation for each and every question. That's the beauty of this Socrative. It's a wonderful tool to provide immediate feedback to the learners. It's a wonderful tool to identify the level of learning of each session. Sometimes I use only Socrative quiz to conduct the whole class. If the quiz is designed in such a way, every question we will be able to discuss and you will be able to meet the learning outcome by designing a Socrative in a proper way. Okay, so I'll go to the next question. Yeah, now you see we have 76 out of 76. The moment you start answering, you'll see the number. Yeah, the number is increasing. Yeah, we could see the number of people joining is more. So those who are joining new, you will see the room name in the chat box, or again we posted in the WhatsApp also. The group which is created by Sanjay sir, we posted in that also. You can join in anytime. Now when you are there, just go to Socrative.com, log in as a student. There are 2 logins you'll see. One is for teacher, one is for student. Now for experiencing this, you are invited to join as a participant, as a learner. Okay, so I'm going to the next question. In the warning of time, we are moving little faster. I'll see the next question. Now we have 83 students or 83 participants. The moment you start answering, you'll see the number is increasing there. I hope you are able to appreciate that. You see the screen, what I'm sharing, that is the screen as a facilitator. You will be able to see. On the other side, what you're using in your mobile phone or an app, you are seeing how the learner or a student will see. Now it's becoming faster. I could see many of you are answering fast now. Okay, good. Okay, I'll go to the next question. Yes. Oh, now it's becoming faster. Yeah. Okay, I'll go to the next question. The last question. Okay, so it's becoming fast now. You all are used to that. That's how the first time the learners will have take some time. Once they learn, and they know, similar to Kahoot. So once they learn, and they will be able to do it faster. Yeah, that's the last question. Okay, so now we have 89 participants in for the last question. And we are waiting everybody to answer. Okay, shall we finish the quiz? Okay, so now we are finishing the quiz. You see, just I'm clicking finish. So this is what okay. So this is what the learners experience. You see now, can you see the screen? Can you all see the screen? Sir, can you see the screen, sir?
Yes, yes, we can see.
Yeah, so now you see, this is how you get, if you want to know the names of the student, you can click on that. Is it okay to see that name, or you want that to be hidden for learning purpose? Is it okay?
Yes.
Okay, so now when you see show name, you will get the name. Okay, and then show answer, you get the answer. Okay, so now this is what the beauty for this is what what it will help the teachers. You see now, for the you all participated in this. So now, as a teacher, if everybody completed, you will see where the red is more. So that means that particular question or that particular part, you need to concentrate more. So that's what the class total for the first question, 77%. You see the number. Okay. So the providing feedback is very easy, very attractive to the students. Okay. They come with their name. So now for the sake of playing, you all gave some name, or some of you used your name, but usually we recommend them to use the roll number, what the students use. So this is how you, as a teacher or as a facilitator, you see the whole student's answer at the end once you completed the activity. Okay, so now not only that, if you design the questions in such a way to meet your specific learning outcome, you will be able to go question by question. You see now, question number 1. So what is the question number 1? So now you can pause here and you can explain to your student, your learner. Demonstrate range of motion measurement of right knee joint belongs to which domain. So here you can give an explanation. You know, you all know this is which domain. So you can give this is psychomotor because we are asking the student to demonstrate. So you can give explanation. You don't require a PowerPoint. If it is properly done, if you are mapping with the learning outcome, again as we saw, these are all the tools. If our pedagogy is strong, this could be explained. So but for this particular question, how we do, you can click on that. So 77% of the students or participants said right. So 14 said cognitive, 9 said affective. So you will be able to give explanation. You can explain this to the student. Similarly, you can go to the next question. Okay. So how we do? So out of 93 participants, 53 answered. So how we do? Okay. Only 14% said this is cognitive. 77 said this is psychomotor. So you can give explanation. And then what should be the explanation here? Interpret. Interpret is the highest level of Bloom's taxonomy in the cognitive domain. This is not psychomotor. Are you getting? So I'm giving an example. So you will be able to explain to the learners each and every question one by one. We do select the current specific learning objectives. So specific learning objectives will have A, B, C. You should understand that A, B, C. It should have A, B, C, D. So what is that? So only which has 2 has that. The remaining is not having any one of the components. So you can give explanation. So that is how the Socrative is used. So you can go question by question. So back to result table. So this is the result table. You created a quiz. The room number is what is created. It's for you. Whichever quiz you are creating, there will be the same room number, not like Kahoot. That is the first step in Socrative. I will pause here before going to the next step. If you have any questions, please feel free to ask. Then I will take you to the next step. So now you experienced Socrative. This is teacher-paced activity. So now we see how we could engage. You will be able to give the feedback immediately to the learners. The learners will get the feedback immediately. You will be able to give the explanation. You can launch a quiz and then you can start explaining. So your one class, you will be able to meet your specific learning outcome. I'll pause here. Any clarifications before I start demonstrating the other thing? So are there any questions, sir?
There are.
Yeah. For question having multiple correct answers, can we highlight that it has multiple? Yes. That is what if you see in the questions I posted, select whichever applicable. You know, it is framing the question. Yeah, that is very important. How many participants can be engaged at a time? Again, the version, the basic version 50. So now I subscribe for this. So here I will be able to engage up to 200 participants. Yes, it's possible to tell more than one. I will demonstrate how. Yes, you will be able to redo the exercise. See, this quiz I created some time back. Now I changed only the name. I changed only the title. So this could be used. Yes, you can shuffle. Timing possible if it is a premium. I'm going to demonstrate all these things. Negative marking. You can set up that, but I will try so far. You can set up that. Okay, should the MCQ be validated? It's better always when we prepare the MCQ. Yes, that is, we should follow the pedagogy. Yes, timing to answer can be fixed. I will demonstrate. That's what we are. I think Sarah's created the continuous sessions. Sir, will we be having the second session also, sir?
Yes.
Yeah, so we will be going into the depth in all the sessions. Now today's objective is to introduce Socrative and make you to understand what is this. If the strength of the students is more than 50, you can always divide into rooms, sir. I will show you that. We are going to demonstrate that also. Okay. Yeah, we will see the teacher mode. Yeah, I'm going to show you that teacher mode. Yes. So we'll see now how to set up the quiz. That is what all the features available. Okay. We'll go to that. During live quiz, it's getting logged out automatically. Student can enter with multiple names for next question. How can we prevent this? Yeah, if they have the app, if they have the download the app, if you have the paid version, it could be individualized learning. We'll see that. We are going to demonstrate that. Yes, can a student go back to answer? You can set up, I think Dr. Tejaswini is asking, you can set up whether you want the students to go back and answer or you don't want them to go back to answer. I will demonstrate that also. These things are possible here. The advantage of Socrative is you can have a lengthy questions. In Kahoot, you have a limited words, but here you can have a scenario. I'll show you some of my, the classes which I conduct using Socrative. You'll see you could be able to create a scenario also. All these things are possible. Now we will demonstrate one by one. We'll go to the next phase of today's session. So how you will create a quiz. So first step, I am closing this, the activity. Yeah, before closing, you'll see you will be able to generate the report also. You see there is a report column here. You will be able to generate a report. How do you want? See, this one I was telling you. You can generate a whole as an Excel. You will see here. I want this to individual student PDF. I want this to send it to individual student PDF. That is also possible. Or I want to create a question specific PDF. That is also possible. So these things are not possible in Kahoot, but now I'm using the paid version, premium version. So last couple of years I'm using this. I'm very comfortable with this because most of my conference sessions I try using this, especially the pre-workshop or post-workshop analysis. Okay, so you will be able to create all these things. This could be emailed to you or this could be downloaded to you. Okay, if the individual student's PDF is also possible. Okay, I will be able to create all these options when we create a report. That is the beauty of this Socrative. Okay, so I'm closing this. I will go back to the the quizzes. The first one, you will go to your page. So this is what you will log in here. So I'm closing this and I'm coming back for you to understand. So login. So once you click login, it will ask you either student login or teacher login. If you are a first time user, sign up now. Okay, the signing up is free. Actually till July 30th, it was free, like the premium version, like what Kahoot was giving. Okay, but now maybe you try, if you like still the COVID thing exists, you will be able to get it the premium version free for a short while. So sign up. So that is what you will be doing, after this session. So you know how to create it. Please do that. So once you enter, you give an email. And set a password for you. This email is already used. That's what I created. But anyway, so you will be able to create like how you created a Kahoot one. So once you created your account, so that will be a teacher account. Or probably any of you created an account? Any of you those who are participating, do you have an account? Any of you? Can you please put on the chat box? Any of you have an account? Have you created an account? I get message in the WhatsApp. They say yes. Okay, Dr. Sarala Devi. Yes. Was it easy to share? Was it easy? Yeah, you could see many of you. Okay, that's nice. Okay, so once you have that, fine. Yes, so now you created. If any doubts, you can post on the WhatsApp while creating if you have anything. So go to teacher login. That's a step. So I'm logging in using my credentials. So once logged in. So now I logged in using my credential. You see, these are all the options here. Okay. So these are all the way you will be able to play this Socrative. Okay. We'll come to that later. The first thing is quiz. How are you going to create the quiz? So these are all already created quiz. Okay, you will see all the quiz which I created, what I am using. Fine. So first thing, add a quiz. This is what you do when you will be able to import or you can create. Okay, so create. If you have not created, so you will be able to create. Similar like what we do it for Kahoot. Fine. So somebody asked, how can I create? Okay, so this will be shared also. You see, enable sharing. You will be able to share with this. If you have this, you'll be able to share with, like what you did for Kahoot, you'll be able to share with your colleagues. Okay, so first thing, give a title to your quiz. Okay, you can align to the standard. If you align, it will align automatically to the standard. So then you select what you want. You see now, if you have a pro account, you'll see that you are a pro. Okay, so now you select which you want, multiple choice. So go to multiple choice. That's it. Similar way, what you did it in Kahoot. Either if you want to copy paste, you can copy paste, or you can type it over there, whatever you want. Okay. So just like that, you have all your answers ready. So keep options, whatever options you want. See here again, if you want to add any of the pictures, you will be able to upload the pictures. Okay, that's what I said. You know, probably you can you want your student to interpret any of the slides, or you want them to interpret any of the X-rays. You can add that. Okay, and then you can keep adding the answers. You can have D, E. You can keep adding. Okay, so give options. You can keep adding also. So if you want to add a picture here also, you can add that. So that is also possible here. Okay. And then this is what you can give explanation. If you want to give any explanation, you know, what is the right answer, what is the wrong answer. So which is the right answer, select that. And if you want to give any explanation, give that. Fine. So now one question. And then you can add a true or false. You can add a short answer also. So all these things are possible. So now one quiz is created. Okay, you can keep maybe the next question you want to add a true or false. Okay, so that is the true or false. Okay, so we know the answer is false. So click on it. Now your quiz is ready. So you can add a short answer also. If you want them to describe, you can add a short answer. So now save and exit. So now your quiz is ready. Test. Now your quiz is saved. Can you see this here? Yes. Okay. Now this particular quiz is ready now for you to launch. So this is how you create a quiz. Fine. Okay. So we'll see how we are going to launch this. So now the quiz is ready. So now you go to Launchpad. We'll see all these things later. First, let's see the launch one. So the launch one. So now what you played as a quiz, you experienced as a quiz. Okay. So if you press on this, you want to play this as a quiz. So you see the room number is not changing. For all my quiz, my room number is 93 VHR TN. So which quiz you want to play? I want to play this quiz. Test. I'm going to next. So how I want this to be played? Now here what we played is the teacher faced. This could be open navigation. Open navigation means the learners will be able to play on their own. You know the timings. The students may answer questions in any order and change answer before finishing. So somebody asked, can they go back? So if you give this, the students can do that. It is not that they will be going on first, second, third, fourth, fifth question. They will be able to answer in any order. But we will be monitoring. From the remote, we are monitoring. Am I clear? So that is the open navigation. What we played is that teacher based. That means we control. We as a teacher, we control. Sometimes you may skip the question or you can go back. You know, we saw that just now we played. So this is instant feedback. Okay, so they get the feedback, they cannot change the answer. Once they answered one question, they get immediate feedback. All these things we are monitoring. Okay, so three options, either instant feedback or open navigation or teacher based. So if I want to teach them, I use teacher based. If I want them to practice, if I want them to answer, I use open navigation. If I'm using it for a formative assessment, to give them the feedback immediately, I use instant feedback. So the same quiz, you can use any one of this and you can repeatedly use it. You can use repeatedly. So now you go for open navigation, select this. So once you select it, it requires name, yes. Somebody asked, can I shuffle the question? Yes, you can shuffle the question. Can I shuffle the answer? Yes, you can shuffle the answer. Okay. So question feedback. You want them to have the feedback. So that is possible in the instant feedback. Okay. So that is what. So show final score. You want them to see the final score? Yes. So this one attempt is also possible. Can only take the quiz if they leave and rejoin the room. They will continue the quiz where they let off. Okay. So that is also possible. One attempt. They can take the quiz only once. They will be able to rejoin. Okay. So these are all the options. So this is, once this is done, we're going to launch the quiz. So this is the first step. You know, we all should practice. This is for individual learning. So once you're done with all these things, you can start. You can start. So once you started, your learners can start answering the quiz. So this is open navigation you selected. They can come back and answer. So that is how you set up a quiz in Socrative. Okay. Create a quiz whenever you are free. Like how you are creating a question bank, keep the questions ready in Socrative. You don't require anything. Sometimes when I go somewhere, if they ask me to give a guest lecture, I don't require any of the PowerPoints, especially some of the topics where I'm well versed. I just open the Socrative. I ask the participants to play the Socrative, and I give start discussing each and every question one by one. It's a very innovative method of teaching. So it could be teacher faced, it could be instant feedback, it could be open navigation. Again, I'll pause here for your questions. I hope up to this is clear. So you're creating your account. Once you're logged in, create quiz. Go to quizzes. If you go to quizzes, there is an option, create quiz. First you create the quiz. So once you created the quiz, you have an option to launch as a quiz. I will show you the other options also. Launch as a quiz. Once you launch as a quiz, you get the options either instant feedback, open navigation, or teacher faced, whichever option. And then students needs to enter their name. There is an option to shuffle the question, shuffle the answers, show feedback, show final score, and one attempt also possible. So this is more secure than Kahoot. This could be used for your internal exams also if it is designed properly. We will be able to use this for your internal assessment. You can go to the, you can give a full scenario. I'll show you some of my Socratives. You can go for an off-page, case scenario also. I do that. I give a case scenario. I give them a ABG report. I give them an X-ray report. Interpret and make your physiotherapy decision. So, a kind of a clinical decision making. This could be used for higher order. You can go up to the level of analyze and apply in cognitive domain. You can go up to C4, C5 by using Socrative. So I'll pause here. I'll take your questions before proceeding further. I'll see the question box. Aligned to standard means, it will the quest is aligned. The font size and everything is a standard. What the standard Socrative is given. Okay. It's easy one. They can use directly. Student needs only the your room number. Between Socrative and Google Forms, which is better? If you have the paid version of Socrative, it gives you more luxury. That's what I told. You can create a case scenario and you can go to the in-depth this thing with the Socrative. Short answer. It just define, describe. You can keep the question, define or describe or discuss, brief, and then the students will type on that. But usually Socrative is not a good one for short answers. Short answers are marked. The keywords are there. You could be marking with that. I seldom use short answer. Only once I used, but it is not giving more this thing for like multiple choice and other things. They will type. They will type. Students will type. Do we have to add student by mail, phone number? No. We just need to, give them the room number. They will just log in using the app. They don't require to register. They can download the app. It's a free one. But even if they have the app, they need to use the room number. The room number is given by you only. Once you launch, see now I closed all my activities. If you use this room number, it will say the teacher is not started the activity. You have to start the activity for the students to access this. Yeah, you can use it for short notes. Yes, they can. Students can log in two systems with different names. provided, that's what we started using the roll number. No, that is not possible. They cannot answer in on their own time, because you are live. You are with them when they are answering. Yes, you can set marks. Yeah, I will show you what is space race. Somebody is asking what is space race. We are going to see that later. The room number is generated by Socrative. Every teacher will have a room number. See, now my room number is 93 VHRTN. Yeah, we can use short notes. We'll see when the webinar progresses. We will see. Probably next week we are going to see how to write a short note. Write the short notes also. Yeah, you can have more than one room. If you're having a premium version, you can have more than one room. Yes, you can have more than one room. We will be demonstrating all these things. Okay, so now I'll take you to the next session of today. This is the space race. What you are asking about space race, that's another option. Is it that after logging in as a teacher, the room number will come automatically? Yeah, once you created once you created your room, it will come automatically. Yes, you can. See, now I have the premium version. How many of you can? How many of you can enter in this? Yeah, it's a paid version. You can check it on the site. Even the institute can subscribe. Yes, you can print the results. You can print, you can mail, all these things are possible. Okay, so now I'll show you the other features. So now we played the quiz. So space race is the another one, which is more interesting, which is for the team. You can divide the learners into team, and they will complete. When they complete, it will move. Let's see. So now we are playing this test as a space race. Please again use your app. Just 2 questions. The test one, you're going to play as a space race. You're going to play as a team. You see now, it will ask how many numbers of team you want. For example, now, we are going to have, 5 teams. Okay, 5 teams. Auto assign. Okay, auto assign. So now, when you log in, you will go to a team of different colors. So 5 team now. So now, once you go there, once you log in using the same, use the same, room number 93 VHRTN. If you go there, would you like to try that? Please go there. Please go to Socrative. So we're going to divide you into 5 teams. Out of 140 of you are there. We'll see 5 teams. Okay, fine. So it will auto assign you to the team. Okay, so now we are starting. So either you can select how do you want. You want as a, there are rocket, bee, bicycle, spaceship. Once we started, you will see that. So we keep a rocket. So the activity is getting started. Can you see on the screen? So this is how the space race. So there are 5 teams. Actually, the team will work together. You see, when you answer, which team goes first? Okay, the lion team didn't start. So the blue team finished. Magenta is also finished. So you'll see who finishes first. So the students, when they work as a team, it is fun. You'll see that in the class. You know, when I play this in class, it's really fun. Especially when I give them a scenario, discuss an answer, they really go into the deep discussion. They want to see which team is winning. So if they answer, even as a team, they can individually answer. As a team also, they can answer. Which team reaches first, so that team becomes a winner. And then again, you can go back to the results. That's the beauty. You can go back to the results and you can discuss the results, same how you did it for the quiz. You're getting? So that is spaceship. You can use a rocket, or you can use a cycle or bee or whatever, to make it more creative. Either you can assign the team, or you can allow them to join the team automatically. So now the results will appear the same way. What you see? So this is how. So individual also and their team also. Okay. So again, you will see the name. The students will, again, you will see the answers. You will be able to check. Okay. You can see the individual result and then the team won winning, but here you will see the individual result. Okay. So we are asking them to play individually also and as a team also. So they discuss. The collaborative learning happens with this. I use this very frequently in the class, especially, I teach my students evidence-based practice. So when I give them the PICO, when I ask them to prepare PICO or prepare search strategy, I use this. So this is very, very interesting to the learners. They get more engaged by using these tools. Okay. So any questions? Any questions? Yeah, we are going to learn in depth in the coming weeks. So now you learn this. We would like you to create some quiz. Probably we'll play your quiz when we come to next time, and then we'll go to the next time. How the use of the rooms. How can we do that? How can you keep creating many rooms? We will be able to learn that in the coming session. Any more questions? Yeah, should every member of team answering before result is declared? Yes, that is good. You see, especially as I told you, you keep again the cognitive level C4, C5 here questions. You should not ask only like this, what is the capital of, which is the capital of Maharashtra. It should be in the higher level. So they discuss as a group. See, the idea of this is even the slow learner will learn. The collaborative learning happens. That's the idea of this kind of activity. You can assign the students in the team, you can either random or you can have their names assigned. You can tell them how many of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. All 1 will go to magenta, all 2 will go to green, all 3 will go to blue, like that. Yes, you could use this for descriptive. I'll show you next week. All the deep, in detail could be used. Yeah, because how the group interaction, they sit as a group. Now, this is done during the face-to-face. You launch the quiz, they sit as a group and they answer together. Yes, definitely. It is. There are many tools, Dr. Naveen, as you say. Again, we should insist on our pedagogy. These are all just tools. Again, this could be boring if the questions are not created properly. This could be not useful to the learners if it is not mapping with the learning outcome. We all should stick with that constructive alignment. What is my learning outcome today, and what activity I'm using? It's fun. It's really fun. Yes, the same room ID. You can join the space race. Yes, each member. The smartphone is very common now. Everybody uses the smartphone. Even the school children uses. So each member, if they have a device, it's good. Sometimes you don't require each, if you want to conduct as a team event, as a team, one device is enough. If they have individual device, individually they are answering, they are discussing among the group. That is what the collaborative learning happens. Again, we need to remember these 4 C's. To teach this current millennial learners, these 4 C's are important: creative, critical thinking, collaborative learning, and communicate. So these kind of activities encourages these 4 C's, inculcating these 4 C's. Okay, so we will learn further. Now what we request you to create an account and create a quiz. Probably next week when we meet, we'll listen to your quiz, we'll listen to your experience, and we will go into the depth, like what we did it for Kahoot. How to use those tools in colleges where phones are not allowed. I think Dr. Raksha, we need to rethink now. What happened to COVID now? Before we said our students not to bring smartphones, but now we are teaching through smartphones. We need to rethink. I think we should come out of the traditional way. If they are using the smartphones or devices for a learning,